But I do think that Gen Xers would stay in a job that they were uncomfortable with, or even working for someone that made them uncomfortable and hang in there even for 2
Yeah,
years.
maybe.
And I think Gen Z will be like, no.
Yeah,
I think they'll like if I think Gen X women worked for male bosses that made
yeah,
passes at
yeah,
them,
totally.
that did very inappropriate stuff,
Yeah,
even
yeah,
subtle.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know, think about Gen X women had to deal with so much
yeah,
misogyny and chauvinism and all that crap. And that could be some of the
yeah,
difference is that Gen Z women, that are if they're in a job and any of that's happening, they're reporting it, and if it's not getting changed, they're quitting. And
yeah,
even if they work there for 4 months.
yeah.
So, and maybe that's it,
I bet that's
is that
it's in play.
they're so Gen Z is going into the workforce in their 20s, and Gen X has emboldened them with a voice and
Hmm.
with expectations, and Gen X has their back. And so they're showing up like strong. They're
Yeah,
showing up with total autonomy, with self-respect, with standards, and with boundaries. And I think they're the first real generation that's entering at entry level or entering a job with boundaries and standards and a voice like that. And so that's where some of the strife can come because you're working for older generations who maybe are taking it as, oh my God, they think who they are. They're so entitled, they're so spoiled, but they're really just showing up with confidence and high self-esteem.
you know what's interesting is what you're describing almost is the melding of corporate America and this new generation, and it's there's somewhat of an alignment probably for the first time because what you're saying is, yeah, they're showing up with standards and whatever, right? And if they don't get met, they're out. The reality is there is a program. It's not like they're coming in and changing the program. That there's rules. So corporate America's pretty much adapted to that to say, okay, this is what you want. All right, this is what you get. And there are rules. So it's kind of not saying it's a fit. It just saying if that is what I'm saying makes sense that corporate America is aligned to these things. There are you can't be inappropriate to a woman. It's
Mm,
just not okay.
yeah.
And you will get fired, you will get managed out, and women have uh vehicles to report it, right?
Yeah.
And people are not afraid to be witnesses, right? If you see someone be inappropriate with a woman or even a man, um people are not afraid to be witnesses. And HR is fine doing investigations, getting to the truth, and firing everybody if they have to.
Yeah.
They're there to protect the company.